Okay, today we're going to take a look at a discus thrower that Coach Zack has been working with. Let's just go through the throw. Okay, there's some of the things that I'm seeing. He just asked for a second opinion is all. It's always good to ask for a second opinion, even if you think you know everything. It doesn't hurt. It might be something somebody picks out. I have that happen to me all the time. Something I never saw or never even thought of. Okay, so starting on this wind up here, I usually have the right leg fully extended at this point so they can drop down into the throw just to try to get a little momentum into the turn. She's kind of got her weight off the outside of the foot too. See our toe list right here? See that? I don't know. I try to keep the weight more on the toes, kind of like when you do front squats. But, whatever works. I mean, it's just one of the little things I look for. Okay. When she came in, she looked really rotational, and I think that's what causing this left foot to come way out too far here. And I can't really tell from this view, to see if her armpit's over the knee as usual, but you can see that her arm goes way ahead of the knee, and that right there tells me she's very rotational going in. And if you're rotational going in, that lower body's going to be rotational coming out, and sometimes that makes the foot go around too far like that. Another reason the left foot might come out too far and land in the bucket like that is watch how high your heel goes. I try to keep this shin on this left leg horizontal, but let's watch as she goes through. You can see the heel kick up right here. And it goes even higher. So instead of actually coming down, it's going up. I mean, you've seen some people do that though, like Alekna just recently, and he makes it work. But it can cause a delay in having that foot come down. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the discus. You see how she's got her it cupped in her hand right here. I don't know if it's because she's not feeling the stretch, getting that discus behind her. You can see right here the hand is ahead of her a little bit. She's bent at the elbow, and the hand is in front of her chest. You'll see that again right here. Yeah, you can really see that bend in the wrist right here. Some people say that's because they're afraid it's going to fall out of their hand, which I think is maybe because it's being pulled. It's not being pulled behind you. I like to think of the lower body pulling the upper body from behind. But when you start getting that discus ahead, you can see it right here. It's in front of her. So I would just work on trying to, you develop stretch right here and just try to have her keep that discus behind her. Like Coach V says, you've got the separation of the shoulder you want behind the hip, which right here looks like it's not. And then you want the discus behind the shoulder. And I just try to maintain that all the way through. She's got a good left leg here. Knee drops down. She stops the knee right here toward the throwing direction. And the right comes around it. She doesn't. Let's see when the heel gets, or in the where the heel's at when she finally gets off. Yeah, she is rotating a little bit too much here, where this foot's now facing over this way. Usually when that happens, the left foot lands, or the right foot will land not in the middle, but it'll land over here. But she lands fine. I think that's because it's she's kind of stepping into the middle. Okay, here's the last frame with the toe on the ground on the left foot, and the next frame, she's immediately on the right. See, so you don't really have much time in the air. Okay, there's not really much of a flight phase there. So, but at least she gets the foot down right in the center, which is what I like, and that's why she doesn't land way over here with that maybe over rotation of the left foot. Okay. And this is good right here. If she can hold this position right here and just have everything else, the left arm and the right leg go around this firm point here, then she'll drive more across the circle and be more linear. Okay, so as soon as the other thing is here, when the left toe comes down, I like to see this right heel or this right foot facing 9 and 3, And then this discus should be back here at 3. So you see the upper body's ahead. You can see where her hips are facing. It's hard to tell from this angle. I'm just assuming, but it looks like it's facing out toward maybe 3, and the chest is about the same, so you don't have much separation there. You can see that more right here when the right foot's at 12 o'clock. So the hips are at 12 o'clock. You can see the shoulders are also at 12. So you want these shoulders actually facing out this way as much as you can, wrapped back. She doesn't really wrap her arm, and that's fine. I mean, Daniel Stahl doesn't. But he opens up a little bit too early, too. You see the left arm never really wraps back. Okay. The other thing is, right here, the discus is low. And we want to bring this discus up here to the high point, right, at 6 o'clock. And you can see she's actually got a reverse orbit because it's down here at 6 o'clock in the low point. It should be up here. She does a good job right here keeping her knee over the toe so it's not out. She's driving it in. She keeps it bent. She lands the left here. She's turning the right knee in. It's basically a non-reverse at this point. You said she was well into her practices, so she might be tired. But yeah, it looks good. She got the right hip. It looks like it's forward. Left knee's inward. Next, I'd look for this right heel to kind of kick out. It doesn't quite get... I mean, it's hard to tell from this angle, but it looks like it is... Yeah, it looks like it is. It's in line with the... So it is kicking out. It's in line with the shin. But she has a really nice flight in this discus. Really nice flight. Look at that. No wobble at all. Looks like it's got a nice rotation on it, too. Very, very good job. She keeps turning, releases here, and then she brings the arm across, keeps turning the head, keeps turning the shoulders. Very nice. So just a couple of things. Right here, I would have the knee higher, almost like you're sprinting, right? And then the foot below it. But she lands almost with a straight leg here. She straightens it out back here without really kicking it forward. She's just kind of using her hip to bring it around, and the leg just kind of straightens on its own. So I would kick in just to drive myself across the circle, and I would have the knee a little bit higher here, the thigh. That would give her a little more flight. She wouldn't just go left right immediately. She would have maybe 1 or 2 frames in the air where she's turning. Because you can see she sinks down. She wouldn't have to sink down as much, which kind of slows down the turn a little bit. See how much bend is in that knee now compared to when she first touched down with a straight leg. You want it bent here so that it starts accelerating. It's shorter. Having a long limb here is going to make it a little bit slower on the turn. But a lot of good things. Just a couple things maybe I would probably work on. But look forward to the next video. All right.